Welcome to Successful Toy Podcast, where we shine a light on the positive side of every journey. Our platform is dedicated to celebrating the success stories and unique experience of people from all walks of life, regardless of their fame or background. Whether you're a well-known figure or just starting out, the Successful Toy Podcast is here to share your story and inspire our listeners with your achievements and insights. Join us as we explore a diverse range of topics and uplift voices that deserve to be heard. Everyone has a story to tell, and we're here to listen.
Hey y'all, hey, so welcome back to season 4. Woo! So my first guest is Bam Brown. So Bam, tell people a little bit about yourself. Don't tell them too much, because at the end of the show, I'm handing over the platform to you so you can tell them everything about you. But right now, just tell them a little tiny itsy bitsy piece.
First itsy bitsy. First of all, thank you for inviting me to the podcast. Season 4, episode 1. I made it. I am him. I am Bam Brown, the bearded one, coming live from KC Mo. I believe that is the home of the Super Bowl champs. Yeah, don't get it twisted. Yeah, we here, KC. So yeah, just a cool cat, actor, comedian, entertainer, hard worker, father of many, good Christian guy. You know what I'm saying? Just little small stuff.
Okay. So, you ready for these questions? You ready to get into it? I'm excited.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
I am too. Let's do it.
What drew you to the role Steve in I Survived Suicide, and how did you prepare for such a complex and emotional character?
Ooh, okay. Well, I was called to the role. I could see myself in my glasses. I was called to the role. And then when I read the script, I was like, okay, this dude, he's got some layers, he's got some things going on. And so whenever I jump into a role, I want to dive all the way in. I want to find out everything about the guy. Now, being that this was based off true events, and there is a real guy. I don't know if his name is Steve or not, but the real guy. I wanted to know what the guy looked like, what he dressed like, what he smelled like. Did he have braids? Did he have an afro? I want to know all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And so, shout out to Lady J. She gave me just a tidbit of info. None that really mattered. I guess at the end of the day. Because I still went down there with a big bald head and a big back. I don't even know if Steve was fat or skinny. You know what I'm saying? But I represented Steve. Hopefully, if Steve is watching this, I hope I did you some justice, brother. But so it's a dramatic role, and so you just got to pull from different places. You know what I'm saying? And so when I read it, I tried to pull from some areas and some spots in my life where there was some trauma, or there was some something heavy going on. So that's where I really got it all from.
Amazing. What the hell is going on? Definitely gonna have to edit this. Oh God. Can you share your initial thoughts when you first read the script and learned about Steve's journey in the film?
Yeah, my thoughts were, number one, when I read it, it said that Steve was the live-in boyfriend, and that was my first red flag, because I was like, Wacom Steve didn't have his own spot, number one. Number two, why was he living with this woman? Does Steve have a job? What does Steve do? And why? That's the first thing that, like, when I read the whole entire script, when it came to my part, I was like, it said, that's what stood out. And it wasn't in red letters or bold letters or nothing. It just said Steve was the live-in boyfriend. And
the words can't jump out now. They can jump out. Slap you right in the face.
Yeah. So I didn't know. I mean, I instantly got depressed. I was like, well, what's wrong with Steve? Why didn't Steve have his own spot? But I understand situations happen. You meet the woman, y'all fall in love or whatever the case. You know, just like a Risa Tisa situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She moved in with him, or he moved in with her, and you know, things happen. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, Steve is, to me, Steve is an awesome guy. I believe he's a hardworking guy that wants the best for Deanna, which is his girl, you know, in the film.
Period. How did you connect with the character of Steve on a personal level, and what aspect of his story resonate with you?
Well,
Besides him being a live-in boyfriend, because
gee, that's that. I'm gonna always come back to that. you know. Well, it starting out. I mean, to be honest, when I met a lady, I moved in with her. Not, you know, I was, you know, downtrodden or all bad, you know what I'm saying, but just moved in with her, and you know, we worked some things out, but then that turned left. So, you know, but that part, you know, resonates with me. That part is a piece of me and Steve. Steve also has a baby on the way, and I have kids. You know, I said, like I said, a father of many. So I've got a few. So, you know, being a father, you know, knowing the responsibility of being the father, what it takes, the mandate to be a father, you know, you know, Steve is that guy to step up to the plate and go ahead and knock it out the park.
Love it. So we're gonna go on a quick break
Do it.
because guess what? I'm excited about this movie because you know I'm part of the media for the red carpet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm excited. So
That's what's
let's get
up.
into this song. It's called Down. Let's get into it.
Cross, you're crazy. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get back into it. So, what was the most challenging scene for you to film as Steve, and how did you overcome any difficulties in portraying those moments authentically?
My the lead star actress, um, her name is Letitia Argola. She had to go into her place where she needed to be to execute the role. And I don't want to give it away or anything, but there was a dark place where she had to go. And so I think the biggest part for me was to tap into where she was at. so we can execute the role together. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you don't want to come in if somebody's already in their zone where they need to be to kill the scene. You don't want to come in there and not do what you're supposed to do. So
Mhm.
tapping into her and her character actually brought Steve to life. Now you can read it on the page all day, but when you get in
Mhm.
front of the camera, when they say action, and then your co-star or your the lead role, if they on point, you better come with it. You know what I'm
That's true.
saying? And so that's definitely what I had to do and what I tried to do to execute the scenes.
Because that chemistry have to be there. I don't understand how two people have a lead role and the chemistry is just not there. Like, how do you even make that work?
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a
The
fact. And
chemistry
so
have to be there.
and that was a cool thing too. Before we even shot, we kind of sat down and when we first saw each other, well, I think we saw each other like on a Zoom call or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But when we saw each other at first, we was kind of standoffish, you know what I'm saying? But then toward
Mhm.
the day, and then when we shot, it was like, we've been knowing each other forever. So the chemistry is organic, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I like to make people as comfortable as possible, in any situation, whether I'm at the grocery store or wherever, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
A board meeting or whatever. I like to make people comfortable. I don't want to be that guy to make you feel a certain type of way. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I love
Yeah.
that. How did working on I Survived Suicide influence your perspective?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It froze up on me. It froze up on me. You say it one more
Yeah.
time?
How did working on I Survived Suicide influence your perspective on mental health and the importance of discussing topics like trauma and depression?
Ooh-wee. Uh,
Mhm.
it woke me up a lot. Now you hear about it, you see it on TV, social media, you hear it and see it, but man, I've been there, to be honest, I've been there,
Mhm.
and it was, I believe nothing but the grace of God that I'm still here today, that I didn't go through with it. So and then too, it's like, who do you run to? Who do you talk to? In a Black household, it's always what's done in the house stays in the house.
Mhm.
Black people, we don't really go to counseling and therapists and all that. So after I read this and was really engulfed in it, man, I want to go out and tell everybody, hey, if you got something on your mind, release that thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because mental health is like a powder keg. And the more you not talk about it or express it, it'll just start pressing until one day it could be something small and you explode,
Blow up.
and then it ends up all bad. You know what I mean? And so now I'm like, hey, if you got an issue, even with me, if you got an issue with me, let me know. If I got an issue
Mhm.
with you, I'm gonna let you know. Let's talk about it. Let's release that thing, and prayerfully we can move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this mental health thing, and it's not getting no better. It's not getting easier or better. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? I just believe that more awareness now is being brought to the forefront
Mhm.
versus years ago. You know what I mean? And so that's a plus right there. That's a major plus.
I just wish, like us in a Black household, that we got a chance as kids to express ourselves and work on that. So when we got grown, we knew how to work on it, how to acknowledge it. Because now it's like, to me, I'm not going to even lie to you, for me, not to
Hmm.
me, for me. I didn't hear nothing about mental health until COVID, when the world shut down.
Believe
That's
that.
when I started hearing more about mental health,
Hmm.
and still didn't even read up on it, wasn't even a knowledge, like, um study on it, and didn't know any much about it, because when I hear mental, I'm thinking crazy,
Yep.
So it was like, then I just started like facing my mental health last November. So I'm in therapy and everything because things that I thought bothered, like that I thought wasn't nothing,
Yeah.
stuck with me all these years. And I understand why I couldn't keep relationships, why I couldn't be this type of person, because I was growing like this and this is all I seen. And why I don't even care about marriage because I didn't see that.
Man,
so it's like things that we thought didn't bother
Mm-hmm.
us, because I used to be that person, just sweep it up under the rug and go about my business. Like, it's tough skin. Like, okay, whatever.
Yep. Yep.
But
It was
now
it was almost the norm. You know what I mean? It was the
yeah.
norm to just look past it or sweep it under the rug, you know. And I like you, I was the same way. You know what I mean? And I think when I don't even think we used to call the word mental health. You know, we never said mental
No.
health, like you say, until around COVID. It was always you know, they special or they touched or, you know, they retarded, you know what I'm saying? Words like that, you know what I mean? But it was something really going on with that individual, you know?
Yeah.
And so to really put the word mental health with it, it kind of makes you like, you know, you sit back and think like, okay, like you said, the word mental, crazy. Am I crazy? Am I tripping? What's going on with me? Let me figure this thing out, because there's some things that's triggering me, you know, anxiety, words like that, you know, is major now, you know, anxiety and triggers. And so when I went to therapy, I didn't even know what a trigger was. And this was maybe a year and a half ago. I didn't even know what a trigger was, you know. It was like people in the class was like, this triggers me and that. And I'm like, well, what's a trigger? You know what I mean? But it was the things that annoy you or trip you out when certain people come around, or if you hear a certain word or something, those are the triggers. And I never knew that. I was just dealing with it, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, trigger. No, I just know it freaking bothers me when they do this or they do that. But no, I ain't triggered. And they be like, that's triggered. I be like, oh.
Crazy.
That's triggered. Can you describe your experience working with the director and fellow cast members on set? How did their support and collaboration impact your performance?
Oh man. So like I said, once again, shout out to Lady J, EGO Entertainment, the network, the team, Theron Dumas. They are a class act. And you know, I definitely want to be able to work with them again on many other projects. It's always good to have a laid back type set. You know, the set was good. You know, the everything was good, you know what I mean? And that's what helps, I think, make the acting, make things come out a little easier, because it's not uptight. You know, nobody was acting, you know, let me use the word bougie or standoffish. It felt like a family from the moment I came in the door. You know, I knew a few people there, but because like I said, I'm from Kansas City and I flew to Atlanta to be a part of this. And it was like a family. And then the people that I didn't know, by the end of the whole thing, we was all hugging, crying, and kissing each other. You know what I'm saying? And so it was definitely a family type set. And you don't get that often. You know, you don't get that often. So shout out to Lady J, her team, and everybody, all the cast that participated.
Period. I love it. I want to be on a movie scene because I want to see how everybody interact.
Yeah.
Because it used to break my heart when I found out that Gina and Martin really didn't get along, and I'm like, well, how did they make such good? Like, how did they do it such a good show if they didn't get?
Yeah.
And fighting and shit, and we looking like everything is all good.
Right.
We gonna take
right. I mean, that's called acting.
Right.
Yeah, that's
for real.
that's called good acting. Yeah.
Let's get this money.
Yeah. Right. We got to do whatever we got to do to sell this, and let's get paid. You go your way, I'll go mine.
Exactly.
Hey, truthfully, I did a movie. This was many years ago, probably 2010, and my wife, my ex-wife, we weren't speaking. We was in the movie together, and we wouldn't speak, we wouldn't talk. and she was my wife in the movie. And when they said action is probably the only times we really talked in that, I don't know, month or so span that we shot. And when we went home, I went one way, she went the other way. You know what I'm saying? And
like
so,
nothing ever happened. Like, baby, I'm still ain't talking to you.
Yeah, but on camera, we was husband and wife.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back. So the next song we're gonna get into is called "Turn Up the Party." Let's get
Turn up the party.
As soon as I can find it. There you go.
Turn up, yeah, this party. I just brought the fucking Riley, I'm so gnarly. Fuck a bad bitch, she all looking, she so thotty. I'm just trying to get the gang up, get the party lit. Turn up the show 2 in 1 week. That's a bitch, she want me. Now I got money, I been stacking up with the guys. Brody talking, we gon' fucking pop, knock him down. I be slipping, walk, I'm in hockey, feeling wild. Oh my God, like fuck you saying, pop you down. Fuck you saying, pussy boy, we air this out. Don't try to get lit in this part, don't try to get lit in this time. But it gon' tie that shit, oh pop. I see Leon, I miss that wacky shit. Bro, you gon' try, don't get your shit. But it gon' try like fuck you on. But it gon' try, can't play the stone. I got money on the channel, I got better to foster on. Baby, the bad, don't get so fucked. The bitch want me, they want some more, yeah. 2 shows when we these bitches want me. Party at the party, about the low key. Baby mama trippin' that ain't on. Sorry baby, I'm back on the road. Show at the show, this your TBO. Yeah, we turn up all the parties. Yeah, we fucking all these thotties. Big glass with the sentence. But it don't try to play, cause we really gon' pop. Let me show fucking image. Knock you down, and we got the fucking crowd going wild. Bad bitch, she a freak, she long for me. And my style I'm free, living BB. Go like fuck you mean, yeah, you can't see me. Play shots, bro, wow, we gon' feel like bang song, bro, so bang all. This bitch you can't say no, walk hard, step wild. I feel like I'm going on. 2 shows 1 week, bad bitch shit free. Baby mama calling my phone, she really mad at me. I'm tryna do shows, baby, you just know how it is. Back come on, baby, just I'm going with the stick. 2 shows 1
Yes, yes, yes. That's Turn Up the Party. Yep. So let's get back into the questions. Steve's story involved a mysterious force that intervenes at a critical point. How did you approach portraying the shift in his character's journey after his intervention?
He came into a situation, and before I say that, I don't think people really know, because other people hide their pain or their trauma or what they're going through. So you don't even know how severe it is. You may see them angry, or you may see them pop off every now and then or whatever, but you never know how deep it is and how deep they're ready to take it. And so Steve actually, we had a conversation that didn't end well with Deanna, and she was in her mind was tripping. You know what I'm saying? And so I left out the room. I come back in to a whole situation. You know what I mean? You got to see the movie. You know what I mean? You got to watch the film. But came into a situation and definitely blew my mind. I'm shocked. Now I got to, be Superman and come to the rescue, so to speak, and and comfort and so in situations, you may be Mr. Tough Guy. You may think you the strongest man in the world, the hardest man. You done beat down every cat in the street. But then when your girl is down you know what I mean, or your baby is down, it's a whole nother ball game, man. You a pussycat, you know what I'm saying? And so that's I believe that, you know, you become weak then, because it's like, what do I do? What can I do to help? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see this movie. What did you learn about yourself as an actor while portraying Steve, and how has the role influenced your future acting projects?
Oh man, just tapping in. I think that's the main thing. Tapping into the dark place, tapping into that trauma that you had, and that's not always a good thing, because, you know, a lot of times you want to forget about that stuff. Once you passed it, you don't never want to bring it back up. But with an actor, you have to tap into something, you know what I mean? And so sometimes bringing that back up can open up a can of worms, you know, or awake that beast. And preferably, I mean, God, you know, it didn't happen this time, you know what I mean? But when you play those serious roles, you gotta go places where you don't really want to go, you know. And so I think now that I've done that, I think I want more, because I've done some comedies, you know, and some serious roles, but I think I want to go a little deeper now, you know, not tapping into nothing crazy, but I do want to do more dramas, you know what I'm saying? And really portray the character, really dive in.
Yeah, I could see you doing that too. I could see you doing that.
You can see it. Y'all
I could
heard it.
see you doing that.
Y'all heard it. All right.
All these, especially all these Tubi movies that's going on, like I literally could see you on them Tubi movies.
Let's get to it.
Yeah. Hey, Tubi, I like your boy. I'm a Tubi girl. I love me some Tubi.
For sure.
How do you hope your portrayal of Steve will impact viewers, especially those who might be going through similar struggles?
Yeah, I want Steve, because Steve is, like I say, a real person, and it came from a real place. And so I believe that people that watch the film can actually feel Steve's heart. And you know, maybe they were in that situation before and they can relate. Like when we do stand-up comedy and things like that, yeah, we making fun of ourselves and our situations, making light of it. And a lot of people after the show will come in and say, oh man, I was going through the same thing, or I did this, or I did that. Even talking amongst men, you know, it's like, hey bro, I didn't even know you was going through that. I'm going through the same thing. Let's sit down and talk about it. So hopefully after somebody watches this film, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, mother, daughter, you know, whatever the situation, they can have the conversation of, hey mama, I'm feeling like this. Hey husband, hey wife, I'm feeling like this. And I don't want to go this way. So we need to sit down and talk about this thing right now, so I can release things and prevent the danger.
That's why I try to encourage my kids so much. Like all my kids are grown. I have 3 sons, and all of them in their 20s. And I be trying to encourage them so much. Like, don't hold stuff in, bro. If you need to talk, I am here. I'm not in the same state as them, but I don't care what time of the night it is. Call me.
Right.
If you feel in some type of way, call me, because it hurted me to my soul. But some months ago, my youngest son, he live in Atlanta, and he had called me. Did I call him? I don't know, but we was talking, and we was kind of like catching up, because you know, we've been busy, so it's like we're catching up and stuff. And when my son told me that he was thinking about killing himself because life is just lifing for him, and I'm like, that just broke me down, because it's like, I don't know what my kids be going through, because they feel like, because they grown, they just try to deal with stuff on their own. But no, I am here. Call me. I don't care what time of night it is, what time of morning it is. Call my phone if you need to let some shit out, because sometimes when people call you to vent, they don't even be wanting your advice. Sometimes they just want someone to listen. And that's what I be trying to tell people. It's not always a response. You don't always need, because a lot of people always tell me to,
when people call me with their problems, I don't be knowing what to say. Sometimes you don't have to say nothing.
You ain't got to say a word.
People just be wanting you to listen sometimes. Just give them a listening ear. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the truth. And shout out to your son, man. Hopefully and prayerfully, you know, everything is working out and will work out, you know, for whatever he's going through. If he needs to call me, you know what I mean? He don't know me, but, you know, I mean, I'm a listening ear, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes information comes different from another person.
Somebody else.
Yeah, than from the parent. You know, it'd be like, oh, mama, you know, you think
supposed
you know
to say that to
or
me.
you supposed to say that. Yeah, but from coming from somebody else, it'd be like, then the light bulb switches on. Like, oh, okay, well that makes sense. You know what I mean? And our youth, they going through it, and I didn't really know or pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, man, it's life. You know, I went through some things, you gonna go through some things, but it seemed like the youth is really going through some things, and I can't figure it out.
And they going through things that it was worse than what we went through, to be honest.
Right.
Like our walks when we was growing up was so easy breezy, bro. Because guess what? We had a family. The neighbors looked out for each other, kids. It was no child that wanted for anything, because if we ain't have it at home, the neighbors are going to feed us. It was always what's the word that I'm looking for? What's the word? A
village. Yeah.
We had a village growing up. These kids ain't got no village. Everybody want to mind their business. No, I don't. When it comes to mine, don't mind your business, baby. If you see mine and you see them, help them. Please. Help them.
Yeah.
But that's the problem these days. And we don't have a village no more.
Right. Yeah.
And the kids are so sensitive now too. Please.
Yeah, very, very soft as medicated cotton.
Yes, man. You cute. Yeah, bitches. Why are you yelling at me? Wait, what the hell? You just was out here acting like you're a thug in the street. What are you talking about while I'm yelling at you?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
These not the kids that Whitney Houston was singing about when she said that she believed the children are our future. Not them.
This is our future. Woo.
When we was growing up, we wanted to go to the Navy, we wanted to go to the Army, we wanted to go to the Air Force. Like we wanted to be some fucking body. Now these kids, they want to be strippers, they want to be rappers. No one is talking about college. If they go into college, it's like their family is forcing them to go to college. Like they don't get what we expect.
Yeah, for sure.
Quick break and get into this song called Legion. And we'll be right back.
Now I gotta start on Legion. Now I gotta start up motherfucking Legion. Hey, say Legion. Now I gotta start a legion, believing everything that the conscious they have been preaching. No commit to treasons, fix a tale that's told by enhancing what they all been grieving. Oh, you got a lot of secrets, more like they've been tucked away with all the present demons. More like you've been bending over backwards for no reason. No, don't get bereavement, no, it ain't no pledge, no allegiance. Ask them why they fled, neglected all they teachings. Okay, now moving while I play it though. No, can't get no breaches. Keep them shirts tucked in them little britches. Hey, better stay away from friction. Work hard plus commission. Fixated on missions. Could care less about a bad body vixen. If you wanna talk, then I won't mention you. If you see another trial and error, then I get distant from you. But
If you go another mile, see the difference. Includes trying to catch a flame for my candle burn out. Trying to make myself a name so my sons can catch out. Trying to catch another plane, tell the pilot hop out. Trying to jump up on this train, I don't care about the routes. I can't never chase no fame, that's the paper and racks. I can get it off the muscle cause they come in packs. I'll commit another foul to prevent them from scoring, or just force them out of bounds. Lately stepping over crowns, nigga. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, now I gotta start a motherfucking legion.
Yes. Let's get back into it. We to our last and final question before I hand over the platform to Bam. Okay. Can you share any memorable moments or behind the scenes experience from filming I Survived Suicide that left a lasting impression on you?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say behind the scenes was very it was a lot of professionalism. You know, everybody was on their A game. Everybody worked together. I saw people rehearsing over in the corner. I saw, a lot of interacting. So it wasn't like people was just call me out my trailer when it's time to shoot. You know what I mean? It was a lot of camaraderie. It was a lot of laughing, joking, just getting to know one another. A lot of people there already knew each other. And so, like I say, I'm from KC. So when I came down, it was like they welcomed me with open arms. You know what I mean? And so it was a dope scene. I think that I want to do more work in ATL. So if anybody's listening, shout your boy out, holler at your boy. So, but I don't know, man. I think as far as Steve, like I said, I don't know what he actually looked like, but I'm a big dude, as you can see from my shoulders. I'm a big dude, and so I think I was just trying to be as slim as possible on set. You know what I mean? And just trying to fit into the scene, and but it was all love. It was a good experience, man. Every time I talk about it, I'm smiling about it. You know what I mean? So it was good, man. I appreciate all the opportunity that EGO and Lady J and them present. Whatever they got going on, I'm with it.
Period. I love that. I wonder at the premiere, are we gonna, how they bring out the real characters? I wonder if they're gonna do that.
Wow, yeah.
She should do that.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. And then I get to shake Steve's hand, and me and Steve take a picture, and Steve is a white man or something. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't never see a picture of him or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And because it really wasn't about Steve per se. It was about Deanna. She's the main character, and Steve was the support. And but he was just that. He was the support. Whatever she had going on, he was there. You know what I mean? Whether they were into it or out of it, you know what I mean? He was in the room, and he jumped in at the right time. He jumped in at the right time, and I believe she's here today. Deanna's here today. The character Deanna is here today because of Steve.
Right. Love it. So I'm going to hand the platform over to you. Let these people know how to find you, book you, anything you want to let them know about you. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's me, Bam Brown. So I'm a let me see, entertainer, stand-up comedian, clean comedy, I got some movies. We was talking about Tubi. I got a movie on Tubi. It's called Deadlock. I'm in that. Go ahead and check that out. Write that down in your notes. Deadlock. It's on Tubi. It was another one called The Shutdown. I don't know if The Shutdown is still on there. It was when it first came out. But then I believe he changed it over to Amazon Prime. I don't know. Check that too. But on Amazon Prime, there's a movie that I did a little small cameo in. It's called The Best Day of Your Life. It's got I'm in a scene with Benzino. You know what I mean? So shout out to Benzino. Shout out to Aaron Daughtry that was the director of the film. Let's see. I did a film called You Shoot Videos. I think that's on Vimeo. You can check that out. Room Tone, that's on YouTube. Batman versus Suge Knight. Now that's a short film, and it's being shown through film festivals right now, so it's not anywhere that you can see it. But when it comes out, check it out. Batman versus Suge Knight is crazy. And then I was in a movie called A Father's Love, and I don't know where that is now. The director took that down too. But your boy is working. I got some range, so I said all that to say, holler at your boy. You can find me on Facebook at Bam Brown. You can find me on IG at Bam_Brown KC. No, it's Bam Brown _KC. That's what it is. Scratch the first part. Bam Brown _KC. And like I say, you can find me on Tubi TV and some of those. I would say give me a Google, but I tried to Google myself, and a white man named Bam Brown came up, and I was a little disappointed. So don't Google me. Just follow me on those platforms, you know what I'm saying? And so that's about it. Much love to everybody. Much love to everybody. I'm not gonna get into specifics because I might leave somebody out. Oh, also check out DL's Backstage Past Conversations. That's on and the Arena Show. That's on YouTube. I70 MMBE channel, I70 MMBE, and you can see some content that we got going on too. So like I say, your boy is working, so, and I don't want to stop, so holler at me, please.
Period. You working
Trying to do a little something.
And then when I heard dreadlock, I said, wait, I seen that.
Yeah, deadlock. Yeah, deadlock.
I told you, I love me some Tubi.
Yeah.
My mate, she don't care for Tubi. She be like, this is so ghetto. I be like, but I love the ghetto. I love the ghetto. I love me a Tubi movie, man.
Yeah.
Because everything on there is not hood and ratchet. Like they literally be putting some good quality work up there sometimes. Like you have to know what to find. Me, I don't care. If I see some black actors and it look like it's gonna be good, let me watch it.
Yep. When Tubi first came out, it was pretty tough. It looked like it was made off a camcorder. iPhones, all of that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the more people start jumping on Tubi, the better the quality got. You know what I'm saying? And so Tubi is the place to be and the place to go to premiere your independent films. Shout out to all the independent filmmakers.
Yeah, I need somebody to shoot my short story. I wrote a book, a memoir of my life, and that thing is painful. When I go on other platforms and they interview me about it, like I never not cry, because it's like where I was and where I came.
Whoa.
And I always say, like, I wanted to do a movie about it. I sent it to someone that do movies, but they never got back to me. I'm like, bitch, I better not see my story up.
For real, Tyler Perry.
Bitch, I'm gonna sue your ass. Let me see my story up.
Yeah. Hey, that's why you can't really talk to everybody about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
why I talk to that one person. So it's like, if my movie, if it come anything near of my story, I know who the fuck I'm going to. I know who the fuck to go to, because I only say that to one person. But I want to do a short film of my life from my book and stuff.
Yeah, keep pushing that. Push that for real, because everybody needs to see where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people still remember you from where you once was, or what you was back then, or if you was this or that. I'm not that now. So you know what I'm saying? Let's get past that. Even with relationships, he cheated on me. He did. Well, the man didn't change. You know what I'm saying? Bring him out the doghouse now.
Yeah, it's crazy that you say that, because I always say, just because how someone treated you, they don't mean they're gonna treat the next person like that.
Right.
Everybody treat everybody different.
Right.
And I also said on my platform the other day on one of my shows, I was like, I can relate and talk about everything. I done been a hoe. I done tried to kill myself for a stupid ass reason before. Mm-hmm. I done been raped while I was pregnant. I done been in domestic violent relationship to where I'm pregnant with his child and he beating me with a fucking 2x4.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I done. My mom was a drug addict when I was growing up. I was raised by my grandma. Like, All that is in my book. Like,
Yeah.
I have everything that I can help somebody. Somebody can relate to.
Well, where's the book? I want the book.
It's on Amazon, or you can get a copy from me, autographed copy from me. I also have them on hand, but it's also on Amazon.
I need that. The world need that for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they overlook and smile on me. I ain't nobody.
Okay. Okay.
But I want to say thank you, Bam, for coming on and telling me about the movie, because I can't wait. So I definitely, you're gonna be at the red carpet premiere, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna be there. Yeah.
So we'll finally meet in person.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited for that. When I tell you God is working, and it might not be nothing to other people, but baby, this is big for me.
Come on now.
This is big for me.
And that's all that matter. You know, that's all that matter. You can't please everybody. You're not gonna please everybody. And then when you do get to the top, they're gonna hate on you still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
and they're gonna bring up all the old shit you do. You see what they're doing with Camilla?
Yeah.
That's that president lady name? You see
what they're doing? Kamala. Yeah, Kamala.
They bring up all, they go digging.
Yeah.
It's like they don't even know you, but she rising too fast. Like, she got too much going on. Let me go see who she is. Because, bitch, if you Google me, you're going to see. It ain't going to be no good stuff. They're going to be like, this bitch read somebody over and shit.
Wow. I'm about to Google you right now.
A whole newspaper article.
Whoa.
2004, she read that girl over, baby. What? She shouldn't have been bothering me. She was bothering.
Hey, that's that mental health. But you are not who you once was.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what we need to be focusing on now, the new you. You know what I'm saying? And so, hey, fresh start, new beginnings. Everybody needs some. You know what I mean? Give somebody some grace every now and then.
Yep. So before we go, leave my audience with a positive word for today.
Positive word for today. Live for today. You know what I mean? Don't try to stress over what tomorrow's gonna bring, next week's gonna bring. Live right now, live in the moment. You know, life is precious. You know, life is precious, life is hard, and life is lifing. But I always remember to try to push through. You know, my mom always used to tell me, put your best foot forward. I thought it was so corny when she was saying it back then, but as long as you put your best foot forward, as long as you just take one step, you know, in the right direction, and you're gonna get there. It may take some time, but you'll get there.
Yeah.
So hey, just keep stepping, keep pressing, keep pushing.
Love it. And on that note, we will see you guys in the next episode.
Thank you for tuning in to the Successful Toy Podcast. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. You can also watch us on Facebook Live. If you prefer to listen, find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Listening Notes, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. See you in the next episode. Bye.